Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the Apex Online Racing iRacing Formula 3 League. And we are at the lovely... where are we? which track are we at?
Zandvoort.
It is Zandvoort. I don't know why I questioned myself as soon as I went into that. I'd have recognised it as soon as Mr. Ilbrink here came out of the pits. But here we are.
You did that last week as well.
I did. My brain is terrible. My memory is horrendous. But yes, at the twists and turns of Zandvoort. Now, first thing to bear in mind is this is a recording. We are not doing this live as I was not available on race night. But our wonderful cameraman has caught the action for us and we are adding our voices to the action post-hence. So there will be some things that we can't quite do. For instance, I can't keep an eye on the incident limit, although I understand there was only one problem with that for one particular driver, which we will go over later on when we see it. So we are in the qualifying session for the feature race, and look at the array of drivers. We have got a decent a decent amount of drivers with us. Mr. Conor Ryan coming out. There's Paul Ilbrink doing what he can to defend his championship. He's had a pretty good start of the season so far.
Oh, he definitely did, and he's definitely the driver to beat. But as we saw last time, there's quite a few championship contenders this time. I think he needs to step it up, otherwise he will have a rough time this season. Yeah,
won't he just? He has not got it his own way as we are on board with Wallstrut screaming on down towards turn 1. Now this track is twisty. It is difficult, and we've seen these single-seaters come very unstuck, very, very dramatically at Zandvoort in the past, I seem to recall. I think you were in the race that when we were last time here in the single-seaters, were you not, Mr. Domino?
I think so. It's quite a long time since I actually drove one of the single-seater race cars, but I will say around this track, in these small cars, it's an amazing track to be on with these cars. They just have the best power, for this track. Because if they go much faster, sometimes you don't really feel all the ups and downs and the bumps and stuff like that.
Oh, Daniel Morris found one backwards into the wall. Damage model doing its thing there. Oh, yeah, he'd have felt that one. That would have winded you.
Definitely, and that's one of the things with this kind of, an old style track. When you go off, there's a consequence.
Oh, yeah.
There's not a off, big area where you can go into the next country. Here, you just hit the wall and consequence. So you have to be on
your day is done. Absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Now that's a name I don't recognize. Zelenev. Zeleznev? Nice. Hello, welcome to you. Wallstrut on the table. Now, as a reminder, it is the best three. It's lone qualifying. That's why we can only see one car out there at a time. So no one is interrupted by anybody else. No nonsense racing, Mr. Martin there. Sweeping his way through. I always get confused with turns. That was turns 2 and 3. Oh, Pill. We all know Paul Ilbrink screaming across the lines. You had to get time on the board, so he's invalidated his time so far. Me of little patience. Jumps in with a 1:29.431. Oh, Alex Bennett. Well, isn't he?
Bennett is back. I remember the Formula 3.5 at the mid to end of the season. Bennett was definitely.
He was there, wasn't he?
Getting in there. Yeah, and then his wheel.
His wheel broke, yeah. So we didn't see him for several weeks, and then he turned up at the GTEs. Was really on it as well. And there he is, the Comrade Gaming representative here in the Formula 3s.
He is really, really fast over a single lap. He's just one of the best over a single lap.
Yeah, getting 42 thousandths over Ilbring. Then Wallstra 3. Connor Ryan in 4th, just 3.5 turns behind. Then Martin 5. Dixon 6th. James Pinsker in 7th. There is Wallstra. Coming around the final end. Does he improve? They've got 5 minutes to finish their third. Zeleznev. I'm going to say Zelenev. I can't pronounce that Z in the middle properly. And Wallstra improved to pole 4 tenths. 129.9. 28.9
up there as well.
Oh well, Mr. Rasmussen, one of your he was quite a strong showing last week, Nicholas Rasmussen, if I recall.
Yeah, he was up there. In the top 7, we had like a group of guys up there who really set the pace. But that's what you're seeing here is as Ilbrink just goes P2.
Wallstra has just split Ilbrink and Bennett.
No. Bennett just got, but they are quite close. But what you're seeing here is that they're heating up the tires because of the new tire model. So lap 2 and 3 is just so much fun.
Now I was given some information about the tires. Now last week we were talking about possible tire wear being an issue. But actually, tyre wear is not much a problem, as we see Connor Ryan come over the line up to 5th. Apparently, tyre wear is not the issue, it's tyre temperature that is far more the problem. Once the O's start to overheat, they become like ice, as Dixon comes over the line. And he's only half a second behind, and he's down in 10th. Idrissi over the line. I know we had some conversation. That's a great way of stopping. A nice 4-wheel braking going on there. I love that. That's almost like a pose. Like ta-da!
Yeah.
And Wallstra now Wallstra's taken the top spot with a 28.787.
And Rasmussen into P3.
Indeed. So Ilbrink on the second row. Goodness me. We don't. He's now 5th. That's Locatello. Newcomer from last week. The Italian has jumped up into 4th position. Can Alex Bennett reclaim that top spot? Let's have a look. Ilbrink can, though. Well. You think I am done? No, sir. And Alex Bennett, 64 thousandths behind. Then Wallstra, another 300ths behind. That top 3 within a tenth of a second.
That's close. That's really close.
James Pinsker was in the top 10 when we last looked at him. He's now 13th. Does he improve with that last lap? He's up to 10th. Was, and then Walder has taken him down. That's not Alexander Waldo, we'll add. Is that another new name? I don't recognise that one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the guys...
Excellent.
There were added a couple of guys.
Well, all the merrier. More the merrier. So, then... as Dixon comes over in 4th. Evan! Let's see what Evan Imre can do in 14th. He's only 1.5 off the top spot, in fairness. It's an improvement, yes or no? Up to 11th. Ooh. Wow, look at that. First to 11th within a second of that top spot. And there is Locatello. We will see him in the top spot. He's only 3 tenths down, and that's the top 7. Oh, that's close. Does he improve from the No Nonsense Racing crew?
Pole.
Wow. A 28.6 on the board. Paul Ilbrink, you have got it all to do, my friend.
God. These guys.
Yeah.
They are a lot of time to get, to find out on that track.
Beckman improved, again, within a second of that top spot, 29.5. A decent time, and that's 12th. Goodness me. Well, then, the qualifying is done, and it's Locatello and Ilbrink on the front row. Then it is Bennett, Wallstra, Dixon, Ryan, Rasmussen, Zelenev, Martin, Walder, Imre, and Beckman. Excuse me. And that's 9 tenths. That's not even a second in that top 12. What an absolutely cracking effort from our drivers. Some drivers were not able to get their time on the board. And that's absolutely fine. Not everybody is able to. That's not what the points are scored. In fairness,
no.
So it just really is dependent on how they do. So then Pinsker all the way down there in 13th, and there is Alexander Waldo. He's returned. And we didn't see Mr. Waldo last week, did we?
No, he's
back.
signed up for this season. Yeah.
Does that mean I have to be nice to him?
Well,
I love the gap.
I don't know about that. You know,
Let's not get too carried away here. Well,
we can.
It's been a while since Alexander Waldo's been on the iRacing. I'll get my words out in a minute. It's been a while since we've seen Alexander Waldo. So we have a Walder, which is Vessel van Walder, and Alexander Waldo. That's not going to be confusing at all.
Oh, of course not. No. Where do you think Van Waldo is from?
Van Walder is, well, I already know because I can see the flag. So this is his home track.
Yeah.
Along with Mr. Ulrich. So, no advantage there or anything.
We actually have quite a few Dutch
Yep,
drivers.
Tom Walstra is another one. And Rienda Henstra, who's not with us this time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh, P1 apparently. There's the qualifying grid again for the top 10.
Yeah.
Now, this is the gridding phase, so I think what's happened here is because the qualifying session hasn't quite ended, our cameraman has put the qualifying results back up again, which is absolutely fine.
Oh, yeah.
He needs something to do. And our cameraman couldn't force the end of the session. That's why we're seeing this particular gap. So we will go into the gridding phase as per usual, and then we will get the race underway. So those that didn't set a time were Gonzalez Rodriguez. The Spaniards, they did all right last time. Then Daniel Morris and Grabowski, again, and our American debutant. Lagney as well, Thomas Lagney.
Lagney is quite off the pace.
Wow, that's very surprising.
He's also in the slow-mo team, so that's probably why.
Yeah, it was midfield last time, 9th and 11th in the feature and sprint race respectively. Last time was Thomas Lagney. Locatello was very unlucky. He was second in the feature race and he crashed very heavily, I seem to recall.
That was a race of two stories for him.
Oh, wasn't it just?
Definitely.
Wasn't it just? But, he really made a statement of intent, didn't he? We weren't sure what to think of Locatello, and then bang, sticks it second position, alongside, of course, the double race winner last time out, Paul Elbrink. He's going to have to work hard to repeat that.
It's going to be interesting to see Elbrink, now not starting from the pole, actually being on the back foot already from the beginning, which could be interesting. Indeed. When he gets rattled a bit.
May not go his way.
Interested to see that.
Yeah. Not every driver performs well under pressure, so it's going to be great to see. But this is the gridding phase then, so once everybody has made whatever set of adjustments they're allowed to make, we'll then get to the grid. Lights on. This looks like a gap in between our front row, but never mind. Engines rising. Let's get this underway. Wind them up and let them go. Oh, a bit of a slow start from some of the ones at the back of the field. Several drivers jumping to that pit lane exit. Elbrink has had an absolute stormer as he comes through into the lead. Locatello in second. And lots of side-by-side going on. There's Martin is now into 8th position. Still side-by-side. Great effort from our Formula 3 drivers. These things do not like going side-by-side generally.
Definitely.
Well, they certainly don't like contact, as any single-seater doesn't. It does look like everybody has survived so far.
It definitely looks like that, and what a start from Elbrink, being under pressure, not being on pole, and just getting that pressure off his shoulder at the beginning, getting into P1. So we have quite... Oh, don't touch each other, guys.
Yeah,
Bennett has lost a position.
He has, Alex Bennett into 4th place. There is Paul Elbrink in the Radicals Online. Number 10. Oh, he's number 1, but I think
they need to be on him. Otherwise he will just go
away. That's Locatello that's wandered wide, and he's lost a spot there. He's now down into 3rd position. That's I've forgotten who the orange one was now.
Walstra?
Yeah,
it's Walstra.
Walstra, yes, Tom Walstra, yeah, absolutely right. So
he's gone from P4 to P2.
Nicely done.
That's quite a good start.
The Dutch are leading the way at their home track. There is Nicholas Rasmussen. He was 4th in the feature race last time out. Sadly didn't finish in the sprint race. As they come around, that's already the first lap done. 28 laps in this feature race. There is Zelenev, newcomer to this lead. He's gone to the inside of the P8 car again because it's black. I don't know who it is. There is Dixon. Excuse me, he's having a pretty decent run. Whoa! Someone was not wanting to let that go. But I mean, wow, that's a very big statement of intent from Dixon. Oh, and that's a spin. I don't know who it is that's dropped it. I wonder. Oh, was that Connor? It was. I wonder if that's Connor Ryan. It was indeed. It was the other Radicals car, Connor Ryan.
Oh, and he has hit the wall. That front suspension looks.
Oh yeah,
gone.
And there it is. Yeah, he's gone. He's out. You went. Well, you could try and limp that one home. That's Of course, he recovered. 3 wheels on the wagon doesn't do what. What a shame. And that was the merest. Too much power. Really wasn't that Larry from Connor, and he is out of this race. What a shame for him. As we jump to Nicholas Rasmussen in the midst of a scrap. Well, quite a few of them are. Bit of a gap there between 4th and 5th. That is Bennett and Dixon. As that is Zelenev making a move on Martin, I think. Is that Martin or Evan?
No, that's Emre.
It's Evan.
Emre. I can see that number from here, and it's very bright green car.
Decent effort though from Evan.
He actually did quite well last time as well.
He didn't have such a good feature race. He was 13th in the. Yeah, he was 7th in the feature in the sprint race rather. Yeah, I remember commenting now that that was a real good effort from him. I think that wasn't.
Wallstra's not letting Ilbring going away with this one.
He wants to pass the Dutchie on the left hand side. I'm sure he will take any side. At the moment is Tom Wallstra. There he is, making Paul Ilbring's life a bit hellish. Locatello and Bennett having their battle for 3rd position. You can see right behind them. Then another pack of 3, which is Dixon, Rasmussen and Martin. They sweep rounds. I've lost my bearings again. But I mean, this is a great onboard shot actually. Using the roll bar camera, you can just see the flow of this track. Now it is fairly bumpy, but it's more to do with just getting into the rhythm. As soon as you're out of the rhythm, Connor Ryan rather proved it. You have a date with the wall.
Oh, you definitely have, and you're actually having quite a high speed, especially in that kind of section. And when it goes these cars, it's just gone.
Yeah,
just a passenger.
You're not catching it again.
No, definitely not.
Nick Rasmussen.
Rasmussen is P6 now.
He is. That was because Connor Ryan fell out of the sky.
That was quite an aggressive time on that curb. As we have also, he's looking at Ilbring here, going to the outside.
I mean, Paul committed.
No. Now you make a dummy.
Yeah, and you saw Tom really wanted to go to the inside line, but Paul was not having any of it. But Paul felt the need to commit to that defensive line really, really early. He is not having a happy time with this. He does not want his countryman nailed to his tail, but that is exactly what he has got, whether he likes it or not. Oh, lovely use of the helicam. Lovely. Thank you very much, Mr. Cameraman. Well, thank you for that later.
These are this is the most amazing part of the track going through here, because you can just barely be full throttle through there, and that was a bit of a moment.
Yeah, Tom just launched that
completely.
But of course he's compromised downforce wise because he's right under the diffuser of Paul Ilbring, so he's got to do something.
Definitely.
And there,
but with these cars, there's not that much of a dirty air because there's not that much downforce. But yeah, you will still feel it.
You still feel it, yeah. And there you can see in the background, this one Locatello is beginning to break away from Alex Bennett. So it could be that this battle has an Italian joining them fairly soon. But we will see if he is able to close that. But it doesn't look like Paul Ilbring is losing any pace whatsoever. He's not feeling the need to defend anywhere except for into that turn 1. Now, that is going to be the main opportunity I would think Wallstra has got. Although Wallstra didn't have such a good run through those last couple of turns. He's not as close to Ilbring as he would like. So we come over the line. Let's check the gap. That's going to be...
that has been...
There we go. So
he's lost half a second on that lap. As we have 3 down there.
Look at this. As we look at Evan, he's going to make a move. That is on Selesny. But then you've got James Penske right behind trying to capitalise on it. But no, Evan's not having any of that. Evan is really piling the pressure on the newcomer. But as yet, not able to get through. Now James Penske, he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to be tangled up in this particular battle because Evan is not interested in James at all unless he starts to lose the back of Alexei Zelez. I'm not going to get this right. Alexei Zelenev. Apologies for absolutely butchering your name, sir.
Well, he's from Ukraine, so
he'll understand.
So that's not really
us Brits won't get his name correct. I can live that. There is the Great Dane Nicholas Rasmussen on the tail of James Dixon, who is doing his best to James Dixon, Bo Dixon. What am I talking about? I'm mixing up James Pinsker's name and Bo Dixon's name. Though neither of them will thank me for that.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Having
Bo,
then names his teams doing a race, that won't be.
Now, Bo, he didn't fare so well last week. He was 11th and 13th, respectively. But here comes Rasmussen. Oh my goodness. Oh, you best hope you're giving a bit more room than that. Oh my goodness me, Nicholas Rasmussen. How on earth?
He won that position. I don't think Dixon actually saw him on that side, but
and Dixon's
couldn't commit it.
Yeah, but my goodness me, Nicholas Rasmussen. Oh, Selenev. Oh, what's happened to you? So here he is fighting. So Evan's gone through. That's James Pinsker on the inside of turn 1. What on earth has happened here? Oh, he tangled with Pinsker. Now, Pinsker's spun, but of course he's gone backwards into the wall of Zelenev, and that's rear suspension gone. That is the end of his race. That is the... Oh, that's such a shame for Zelenev's maiden race.
It's never a good thing when a part of your car is doing a different lap time.
No, indeed. When a part of your car has made a bid for independence, no.
Yeah,
it's not a good thing.
Then you're in trouble.
I'm still getting over the fact that Nicholas Rasmussen had the balls to put his car on the inside of Bo Dixon. He's a Dane. That is what you do. But you could see the wall getting closer and closer and closer, and he just kept his foot nailed. He's got, he's got stone cojones going on there. Absolutely amazing stuff.
That was a match in a thing of, give me room or we crash. And Ilbrink is defending again. As Walter is just hitting the limiter.
He was.
Ilbrink going a bit wide.
Yeah.
Let's see if Walter can get him into here. No, that was just would be a dive.
Yeah, it's a very Senna way of thinking, isn't it? Move out of the way or we're going to crash. It's quite a Senna way of thinking. But wow, that was an amazing effort from Rasmussen. But here is Paul Ilbrink doing very, very well, but having to fight very, very hard against Wallstra. Is he going to try and make a move coming through the twisties of turns 3 through to 6? Not quite, but he's putting so much pressure on Paul Ilbrink.
He's faster. He is faster.
He is. And you don't often say that, do you? That someone is clearly quicker than Paul Ilbrink.
Oh, no.
Now he was
the only thing we have had in the past has been really Tim Delisle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it was inconsistency that let Mr. Delisle down. Well, certainly last time out. It's a shame.
That was P1 or in the wall. For him, that was P1
or it was all or nothing. But you got to think, a couple of laps ago, Wallstra was 7/10 behind Ilbrink. Oh, wow, that was a strange... unless Ilbrink thought that Wallstra was going to ying that one on the inside of... Where are they? That's 12 and 13, isn't it?
Well, we have seen these drivers going for gaps that have been weirder than that.
Very true. Here he goes. Oh, no! Oh, the merest of touch! And that is suspension failure. He's still going.
No. No, sometimes iRacing is having
no, he's still there. Look. I was going to say, you're not that brave, surely, to keep your foot in it. But, wow, there you go, then. It is the lead for Tom Wallstra. Oh, my goodness me. But you've got to think, if we thought the suspension had gone, he must have thought, that must have been a clenching moment for Wallstra.
Yeah, that would have been a go brown. But I was like... How are you going to take that? How did you take that corner with only 3 wheels?
Well, you might be all right in the right-hander, but God help me come turn 2. But obviously that wasn't the case. There is returnee Alexander Waldo. It's good to see returning names come back to the fold as he's having a fight with... Oh, it's Waldo and Waldo in the same place. So
could you guys please not do that?
Yeah, just separate, will you? Wow, goodness me, Wallstra. Absolutely amazing. Now he's got to really prove that he's you know,
he has the speed to be out here.
Well, prove is the wrong word, but he now has to utilise. If he has been that much faster, and look at Locatello behind, he's not hanging around either. He wants to get involved in that lead fight. And
it's not like Bennett is that long behind there.
No.
It's the top 4 is. You don't need to make any mistake here, and you will lose quite a few positions.
Well, that's about 3 seconds between first and fourth. Well, it is indeed slightly less now that the times have updated. So now Wallstra has already got half a second to himself. As long as he doesn't throw it off the road, which is exceedingly easy to do here in Zandvoort.
And it will end in tears when you hit the wall.
Won't go well. No.
And as I predicted last time, tires will come off the cars, and it has proven me right this time as well.
Well, they were coming off the car when it wasn't. Actually coming off.
That's true.
Oh goodness me! So it looks like we have lost a few. Some we've seen, some we haven't. It seems that Idrisi, Morris, and Ryan, and Rodriguez have had trouble. And Zelenev we know is out. Pinsker is right the way down there in last after that spin. Oh, what are we seeing a replay here? It's Paul. Now, who's made the mistake? Is it Paul or is it Tom? Oh, well, that's wide.
Oh, he is pushing.
Yeah, I don't think he's
really
very
hard.
Yeah, he's not happy, is he? That he's lost the lead.
But he's also, that he's not used to this position, being
No.
behind somebody.
He's not used to being the chaser, is he? He's used to being the chased.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Locatello does seem to have dropped off the top 2 a little bit. And look at that again. Wallstra's not just staying to the racing line. He's stuck to that defensive line initially, now returning to the racing line for turn 1. So I wonder whether Wallstra doesn't feel confident that Ilbring won't catch him. But that's 7 tenths now. So again, it's just those few tenths a lap that Wallstra seems to have over Ilbring. But even still, it does look like at the moment Tom's not entirely comfortable the fact that Paul won't catch him.
Oh, just yeah, definitely. And I will also just update you a bit on the standings. We have Rasmussen and Martin have overtaken Dixon, and Bennett has passed Locatello, so he has lost. Made some kind of mistake.
He must have only just done that then, because he was a lap ago. He was looking at this battle, so Locatello has made a mistake somewhere. Is now, well, judging by those times, he's over a second behind Bennett. So. Oh dear, well, there is Alex Bennett and Locatello at the back of the shot. Now
you see that Ilbring is definitely he wants this fight.
Yep, he needs a shark fin on his car. Well, maybe you could have said that for Wall Street. Play the Jaws music. Dun, 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 dun. That's it. But now I wonder if this is where Wallstra has kind of cooked his tyres a little bit, just pushing that hard to get past Ilbring, because Ilbring's just kind of been doing his thing.
Yeah. Well, it might also just be, that these guys actually that close in time, and what we saw before was just the slipstream effect.
True.
That, they could stay so close together due to the slipstreams.
Very true.
But even that, that we actually have a championship fight here, if Wallstra can keep this up, a competitor to Ilbring.
Well, fine by us. Fine by us. I mean, Ilbring was untouchable last time out. He was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no one could get anywhere near him. So, again, no disrespect to the other drivers, but Paul was a man possessed last time. So for him to have to fight someone goes to show how damn good the person he's fighting is.
Oh, definitely.
Quite frankly, but. Still some way to go, though. Bearing in mind, this is a feature race on lap 11 of 27. What is 27 now? So, that time does adjust slightly, dependent on the amount of laps the overlay thinks we can do in the time allotted. So that may alter as time progresses. And just about saw Alex Bennett at the top of the shot. He's now 3.5 seconds behind. There's now Tom Wallstra. So doing what he can. It does actually look like Locatello is beginning to close him in, so we may have another battle for third again between Alex Bennett and Massimo Locatello.
Yeah, definitely. And do you know what you're talking about with the time? We have been caught out by that.
I probably will be again.
Oh, definitely. This is the Battle of the Sweets.
Frederick.
Isn't it? No.
Not quite. It's Frederick
No.
Beckman, and that is Walder. So Walder and Waldo have done what... Well, they had done what we'd asked them to do and split up, but now Frederick Beckman's going to undo that and flies through on the inside our turn one. Nice and simple move. And that's fair play from Vessel van Volder.
Textbook.
Yeah, but Walder didn't do anything silly. Didn't try and defend the move once it was committed. So fair play. And that is Beckman up into 9th position for Team Tortoise. And there is Waldo. Team AOR something. Like it. I approve. Who's he got with him?
Yeah.
He has got... Oh, and fair play to Francisco Gonzalez, who started last, has managed to avoid the early lap problems, is now in 12th. So that's not bad.
Definitely not.
Grabowski as well. I know we spoke a fair bit about Grabowski last time.
Last time.
He didn't finish in the feature race and was only near the back on the sprint race as well.
Race. Yeah. When we saw him, he was usually standing still or going the opposite direction. Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't get a message saying, please don't look at me every time I spin. As I did seem to catch up with him after he spun, which is a great shame. Again, no disrespect. But, he's in a solid position there. He started at the back as well. He's now in 13th.
That is kind of the gift that you have, is just to get them every time, either spin or make, when they
recovery
in the pit box. When you don't want the camera there, you are there. And just Bennett and Locatello, I've been looking at the time between from the leaders the last 3 laps, and it looks like they have been within thousands in the times difference. So 1 second between those two for the last couple of 3 laps. So they're quite in the same pace, I would say.
Which, and that's a testament to both drivers, because they may well be falling off the back of these two. Well, that's nothing to be upset about. Paul Ulbrink needs no introduction, and Wallstra, who didn't have a good run. He was 20th in the feature race last week and was 5th in the sprint race. And he's pulling away from Paul Ulbrink. That is nothing to be upset about if anyone's losing pace against these two. But yeah, Locatello, we saw how good he was last week in his debut. Second, as mentioned, first time out. And Alex Bennett is, his reputation.
He's fast.
Oh, yeah. He sits, he's had 3rd and 2nd last week.
Yeah.
Even if you knew nothing of his previous drives, I mean, he is a race winner. I'm not sure he's a race winner in this category, but he is a race winner before.
Yeah, in and
GTEs, I think.
In GT especially, but I will say in the last, because when I started racing in here, he was also getting into it, but he was a bit further behind them. But I will say, especially within the last 2 or 3 seasons, I will say he's definitely become one of the top tier guys. But you said Wallstra didn't. What in the feature race?
Wallstra was 20th in the feature race last week.
Feature race, but he was also on 2 wheels at one point. Him and Penske had that contact in turn 1.
Well, that'll do it.
So he was on the without any front wheels at some point. We were like, how did that suspension do that? That was impressive.
But
it looks like Lottello is just getting a bit closer.
I think he is.
They need to get within that 8, 7 tenths before the slipstream is like, yep, come here.
Indeed,
before that, it's just
not there.
No.
We've seen how effective it is down the South Finish straight. Let's look at the time now. So it's 9 tenths between Wallstra and Ulbrink. And that is... That's 7 tenths. So Locatello is right there now, as we're on the roll bar cam for Massimo Locatello as he continues to chase Alex Bennett. Now, Alex will know he's there, and he will know that Massimo is getting a little bit closer. But at this point, is he really going to be thinking about it, or is he just concentrating on going hell for leather and trying to get away?
I think he's only thinking about going one way, and that's full throttle forwards. You need, actually, if you're looking in the mirrors, you need him to be within 7/10, half a second to really be able to see him, and the eyes and the nostrils, I'm gonna get you. Oh, as we have.
Oh, it's Thomas Lagney.
Oh yeah, that's true. We do have that mandatory pit stop for the feature race.
That we do. Mandatory stop for the feature race, not for the sprint. So Thomas Lagney's not had such a good run. 9th and 11th last week. But didn't look like there was anything to repair. That's a fairly standard stop for the Frenchman. And out he comes, one of the Team Tepper contingent. Slow-mo. That made me smile. It made me smile last time.
They always have some weird names. And you will never, mistake a Team Tepper car, as we have.
Was that Wallstra? Oh, yes.
Wallstra in the pits.
So from the lead, Tom Wallstra has brought his car in. I can't imagine he'll have any damage. If he has had damage, then he's been godly.
Well, he did lose a wheel at one point.
Oh, that's true. Yes, which magically stuck itself back on again. And
well, he has some of the most dedicated pit crew in the business.
Very true. There's Dave Martin, Evan Imre. Yep, lots of people coming in now. Alexander Waldo. I was going to say we're at the halfway point. We're well over halfway the point, actually. So that's flown by, actually.
They did.
Yeah. It was lap 11 last I actually looked up at the lap count. Now well past that into lap 16. Paul Hilbrink then doing what he can to try and make the overcut. Essentially the overcut. Oh, that's James Pinsker. Who's he right by? Another Team Tepper car. Make up your mind. Goodness me, make up your mind which way you want to go. It is indeed the fresh out of the pits, Thomas Lagney. Good grief, that could have gotten nasty.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they don't always play nice with each other. In the Tepper, we have seen Tepper cars hitting other Tepper cars.
Very true.
Because they don't have that neon green color enough, so they want to borrow something from the others.
Yep. And make sure that their green goes on to another green, of course. Because because Tepper.
Because Tepper.
Now, James has been okay. We've only had one race so far, one feature and one sprint race so far, which James did not do well in the feature race at all, but was third in the sprint race. But James is a little bit like that, I think. He's a little bit all or nothing. A bit more steady in the GTE side of things, but does seem to suffer a little bit of lack of consistency in the formulas, as we see Locatello.
It's weird because in the Formula 3.5 he was definitely up there. He was regular top 6 driver. So, but these cars might just not suit him, as he looks very racy at the moment.
He's already gone past. It's a little bit difficult to figure out which is which, unfortunately, for us. As, normally, I would refer to our tools, but of course, I'm not controlling the cameras. But it is saying that Pinsker is in 14th, which means he's ahead of Thomas Lagney. Although the Frenchman is not. I think he's actually behind Thomas at the moment.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah,
he is. That confirmed it. So. Over the line then. James is giving it all he's got, but fair play to Lagney. He's not willing to just let him go. No. Now, we do say before... Oh, that's a big send! Oh, my goodness. That could have gone... I mean, well driven from both of them, but damn, that was a hell of a send from James Pinsker.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, that could have gone a little bit awry, but it didn't. They both of them, as you can see, are going the right way with the right number of bits still attached. But fair play to Lagney. Now, we comment before that which fight you're realistically in, and you wouldn't be at all, you'd forgive Thomas Lagney for just letting James go. James having certainly in these parts has a reputation for being very, very quick. But Lagney is not interested in that whatsoever. He is keeping James fighting for it, and fair play to him for doing it as well.
Oh, definitely. But Lagney has pitted. I don't know if Pinsker has, actually. Because Pinsker had that issue where he hit our newcomer and decided to make it.
That was Zelenev, but he was much further up the field though when that occurred.
Yeah, but he went quite far behind everybody.
He did.
So I think that Pinsker might still need a pit stop. And I think what we see here is that Lackney doesn't have the heat on the tires as well. And
Well, that'll be
and
interesting.
Pinsky, only has overhead, and he's gonna send it here.
Oh no, Lagney was not having that at all. Is James going to try and... The first turn's very hard to get that outside manoeuvre done on because it is a full 180 degrees. Oh,
Yeah.
well played by both of them. Lagney was able to get enough momentum and then shut the door in James's face. And again,
Play
this
nice, boys. This is gonna, this could get really hairy. Ooh.
It's a great fight though.
It definitely is. I just want to point out that Bennett and Locatello is within 2/10.
They are. So hopefully our
But we
cameraman...
don't have to we don't have to control over the camera. I was like,
Hopefully our
that's
cameraman will catch up with that because that is getting very, very close.
oh, it is, definitely is.
It's good to show the battles, as I try and look at battles up and down the field.
Yeah.
As that's Van Walde in the pits, having his manager stop from 8th position. Oh, who's he going to come out right in front of? Oh, right behind. No, that's actually not as close as I thought it would be.
I just saw Dixon in the pits without a wheel. I think he's
Bo
crashed.
Dixon.
Yeah, he's in P15.
Yeah, he is out.
He was well up there. He was actually
was.
having quite a good race before this.
I called him Tom earlier as well. I called him James, didn't I? I'm now calling him Tom, so I just throw any first name at him. And James is not interested in coming into the pits. I wonder if he has served his pit stop there. We just haven't seen it. And again, Lagney goes for that defensive. And now we wonder if James's car got very, very twitchy then.
So he's a bit tighter this time, getting
Oh, wow, that could have gone horribly wrong for Lagney, but
wow.
good. Well spotted with the replay.
Right. Yeah.
What did you say, Mr. Domino? What did
That
you
it could
say?
end up in tears.
Yeah.
But as you saw, that Pinsker just got it a bit tighter in the corner.
Yeah.
A lap before he gave a lot of room on the inside, and as we see the battle with Locatello and Bennett here, but this time he got a lot closer, which meant that when they got around the corner, he didn't have to travel as much distance, and then it ended up in a slight contact and a little bit of airtime.
Well, I think James was perfectly entitled to hold the line. He'd gotten himself committed. It's just unfortunately Lagney. I don't think Lagney expected James to have quite gotten that far ahead.
You will never really expect anybody to be out there. And as you saw on the last lap, Pinsker were a bit behind. So I think Lagney were like, well, he's behind me again. And
boink.
No, he wasn't. Yeah.
No, he wasn't. Alex Bennett doing what he can to keep this charging Italian behind him. Because Locatello has been whittling away that gap. It was over a second or about a second when we last looked at these two, but clearly not the case now.
Oh, definitely not. I'm interested to see if they're gonna pit. Oh,
I was just thinking they hadn't pitted yet, and neither's Paul actually. No. I remember someone here, and you might be able to tell me who it was, that stuck it in the wall on that pit entrance. One of the previous visits in the Formula 3s. It was a championship leader, and I've forgotten.
Well, I'm hesitant to say that it might have been Evan. Just because
no, it wasn't Evan. No, he ended up going backwards into the pit lane of Suzuka, I recall.
Yeah, that was Suzuka, yeah. But I remember that he did, a couple of times in that season had some issues with pit entries. But yeah, I don't recall who.
Yeah, someone did. So it might bug me. It might bug me enough to look at previous season results to see if I can figure out who it. Oh, that's a fight that Tom Walster is in. That's not going to help him whatsoever to try and maintain his hold on the lead. There's a back marker. That'll be Conor Ryan, I guess.
Yeah. He has come out behind Locatello.
Oh, he has.
Oh, damn. Oh, he has lost quite a bit of time by pitting early.
Yes, that is indeed Locatello. So Rasmussen's not pitted then.
The overcut could be
strong here.
No, Rasmussen is just right behind them. He just let them pass.
Oh, is that Rasmussen? No, that's Conor. I wonder if that's Conor Ryan that's come back out.
It might be. Yeah.
I think that's Conor Ryan. That's a Radical's car. As Alex Bennett comes in from second position. So if it's, oh, look at Walster right under the rear wing of Locatello. Again, that is 4th position, so the Italian does not have to let the Dutchman through.
He's so racy today. Let's see if he can get it here. These cars have a tendency to just hit the rev limiter.
We will hit it again.
Oh,
that's Bennett! That's Alex Bennett just coming out of the pit. He needs to get on it. Can he go? Oh, he just fended off one. Can he nail Locatello? Not quite. It's not going to go.
Oh, Locatello for the inside here. Ooh,
oh, Alex Bennett, you've had your Weetabix for breakfast, and Locatello gets a big tank slapper on, and that is costing Wallstra a whole bucket at a time, but Bennett holds on to 2nd place. Oh my goodness me, he must have been sweating when that happened. Oh, Wallstra went for the inside of Locatello. Locatello is out. Oh my goodness me.
What a hit that was.
Oh, can we see this from... Will we see this from above? No, not quite. I think.
Then he's just a passenger, and he just gets sent into the wall.
That was a. Well, I'm not a steward, so I won't make a call on that one. But Locatello, you could understand him feeling very aggrieved on that one. I'm kind of inclined to think that Wallstra, that move was never really on at that particular point.
But you don't overtake at that point, and well, you push, you hit somebody in that place.
Oh,
and as we did say, when it goes wrong, it really goes wrong.
Oh, yeah. So Paul Ilbright, because, well, look at the amount of time that Wallstra has lost as a result of the bits, the fighting he's had. Wow. That's Rasmussen coming out. Whoa, hello. That's Wallstra on the outside of Alex Bennett in turn 1. He's not going to try the inside for the next.
Right here, and then it's going to be... stay there, so it's going to be the inside into...
Oh my goodness me, that's very close, because the track really is not that wide. Oh, Alex Bennett with the traction on the exit of turn 3 has managed to hold on for 2nd place.
And Bennett is still on the cold tires, so it will take a lap or two to really get some heat into them. So he's just going to have to take this battle for quite a while now.
Connor Ryan. No, well, we're assuming that is Connor Ryan that is directly behind him. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah,
he just sat there enjoying a great view ahead of him.
Yeah, he has the best seat in the house, to be honest.
Live action. Wallstra, goodness me, that was so it's been an eventful stint for Tom Wallstra. So now Paul Ilbright, he's miles ahead.
Yeah. Well, let's see when they get over the finish line.
Over the line again, yeah.
But I would say at least 7-10 seconds.
Oh, and the rest. I'd say he's much further ahead than that, but we will see. All bets are off.
Yeah.
Not a betting man.
He went into turn 1 there.
Yeah, well, he might be right with it. Let's see. Well, there he is.
Out of turn 1, yeah. Oh,
Oh, 7.5. Well, guess, sir.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more than that, but 7 seconds. Well, again, that's how costly. Bearing in mind, Wallstra was ahead of Paul Ilbright when he came in.
Yeah.
So,
but
wow.
We of course don't know if Wallstra have been stuck behind some cars due to his early pit stop, or whether this is just the overcut being a completely OP weapon at this track.
Bit of both, probably. And that's Rasmussen. Oh, now he's got Dave Martin. Yeah, Dave Martin on his case, who was 8th twice last week. So he's having a cracking run on Rasmussen. And does look like the Dane is having to work hard to keep the Brit behind him.
Oh, definitely he has. But again, that's also, the cold tires, as we've been mentioned before. And for everybody who hasn't tried iRacing on cold tires, it is, take your normal car and think, I'm going out on ice.
and enjoy.
And then when you think about that, I'm going out on ice, and then I'm just going to go flat out 200 kilometers an hour, and then I'm going to brake at 150 meters for a corner, And
no.
So, and that's kind of how this feels sometimes, But with these cars not having that much power, it is at least controllable. You should try it in a V8.
No.
Oh,
that's Martin.
Yeah.
Martin couldn't quite get alongside. Rasmussen's given a decent... Oh, they're both giving each other...
inside in here. Does he cut him
Oh,
off?
Martin's hold on.
Well
driven.
Yeah,
well driven. Well, but from both of them, really, because they both gave each other a decent amount of racing room.
Oh, definitely.
That was... that could have gone horrible.
Between drivers, and we have seen Rasmussen, had his elbows out, going on inside of places where you could be on the inside.
Basically here.
Yeah.
This is where that went wrong. Well, you can see Dave Martin's got the pace through the twisties.
Yeah.
But doesn't quite... Well, he's been very sensible. He's not trying a move that really isn't on. Although he was possibly a little cautious coming through turn 8 there.
It's just about, driving around here and just set it up for that turn 1. I think that's definitely the best place of getting an overtake in if you're gonna get that move.
Yeah. Bennett has actually given himself a second's gap over Wallstra now.
Ooh.
Would Wallstra have picked up any damage from that contact with Locatelli? It wasn't a big hit.
Well, you can actually, because with these cars and the downforce that they actually produce, if you have damage, you don't get that limited downforce that you anyway get on these cars. So small damage can be 2 or 3 tenths a lap actually.
Well, there you go. There it is. That is the gap between Bennett.
Yeah.
Now that's looking strong in second position.
And also just that Bennett has got, his tires up to temperature now, and they are a couple of laps newer than Wallstra's. That might also be what we are seeing here.
Could be.
Wallstra going from, having the race of his life to, that P3 still a really good position and place, but, gotta have a bit of a sour taste in the mouth, to be honest. Having overtaken Ilbrick on track as well. And
it was a fair move as well. It wasn't like
was.
there was no elbows going on. It wasn't Paul made a mistake. It was he made the move himself. So yeah, I agree absolutely wholeheartedly that I would think that Wallstra, while still in a very good position, is still going to feel like an opportunity's been lost. But we will see. There's 2 laps to go in this feature race. We then will run straight into the qualifying session for the sprint races. As mentioned earlier, this is a pre-recorded race, so we don't have the gap in between the feature race when the lobby is restarted. That has been edited out. Thank you very much, camera.
Just at the mercy of our camera guy.
Well, he is. He's doing a sterling job, in fairness. He's done a great job of keeping up with the battles. Yeah. Paul Ilbrink is... he did lose a little bit of time to Alex Bennett, but he's got plenty in hand. 7 seconds to the good for
He just needs to, complete this lap and just get out there, get the points, be happy.
Do you think he's enjoying this?
I think he is. Well, to be honest, I think that... I think he enjoyed the battles. I think this win might be a bit more, a bit better than some of the races where you're just in front.
You just run off.
Yeah. Because you have to battle, you have to fight for it. You kind of, get that. I earned this one.
Yeah.
Not that you don't earn it by just running away from everybody, but...
Yeah, but when you've had a decent scrap with someone, as he was most certainly having with Tom Wallstra, then
exactly.
I fully agree with you. This will be, that was an amazing one, and on home turf as well. There's always an added, whether it's real life or sim racing, there's always that added element of satisfaction when you win at home. But the white flag is out. The second flag is awaiting this man to come over the line. The winner here in Zandvoort for the feature race, was there any doubt, is Paul Ilbrink, being chased home by Alex Bennett, Tom Wallstra 3, Nick Rasmussen 4. See, that bunch is fairly close together. And then Dave Martin coming home 5th. And Evan up to 6th. We didn't really mention this. Evan all the way up to 6th position. That's a good result for Evan. Okay, you can argue capitalising on other people's issues, but even still, that's a great result for Evan.
You need to be there at the end of the day. To finish.
Definitely,
First, you have to finish.
You have to finish.
And
Waldo and Waldo have earned themselves a penalty. They did what we told them not to do.
Yeah,
and they finished. Okay, they're what? 6 seconds apart. Not the point, gentlemen.
No.
You were warned.
Yeah. but you know, and we have Walt in the Swedish sandwich as well. You know, sweet and sweet. So that has gone all wrong there. And then we have a Gonzalez at P10.
And then Gonzalez in 10th, and Pinsker coming home last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, I think, you know, the guys behind might have, I don't know, we haven't seen Rodriguez at
You had to do it.
I had to do it.
I did the rolling R thing again. So there it is, confirmed finishing results. Ilbrink 1, Bennett 2, and then it is Wallstra, Rasmussen, Martin, Imre, Beckman, Waldo, penalty, Gonzalez, Pinsker, Grabowski. I'm wondering whether Mr. Waldo is going to message me with his old phrase he used to call me of Queen Polar, which was the opposite to King-Kodiak. We were
what? Queen what?
Yeah, Queen Polar. He used to nickname me. This was several years ago when we used to do the podcast. He used to message me Queen Polar. It was just the polar opposite to King-Kodiak. And then Lagney, Rodriguez, Ryan. Those that didn't see the flag were Locatello, Morris, Dixon, Zelenev, and Idrissi. Holy moly! Well, the action does not stop there. We are
quite a race, and we saw great battling, and we saw some tears and crashes, and this track had everything. You know, even though it's not really a place that you can overtake, but you know you can definitely follow each other.
That doesn't mean we don't have a lot of action going on. Did our drivers prove that one very, very well. Well, we will be heading into the sprint race very, very shortly. So that's going to shuffle up. Well, Paul Ilbrink at the top of the... And there we go. We are now into the qualifying session. Much cloudier session for our drivers to deal with. So it's a single lap they have. They have one out lap and one time lap, and that is it. Again, it
looks like we are missing a couple of drivers.
That looks like a very diminished field. That is indeed very true. So, there they are.
No, okay.
Give me the overlay was a little slow to update, which is nothing we can control. That we merely, Mr. Domino here, builds the artwork to make the overlay work as well as it does, but it does rely on a tool that we don't control. So not everything is in our control, but we do our best with what we have.
We are just, you know, at this point in time, just a couple of idiots commentating on a video. It's just
right now we are, yes, we are doing our thing, screaming into the microphone about these amazing drivers doing what they can in the sim racing world, which, you know, at the time of recording is very apt. You know, the sim racing world is really proving its worth with all the shutdowns going on of real life sports. So this is no different. Our gladiators in iRacing are doing what they can, providing amazing entertainment for us all.
And what a job they're doing. Oh, and Ilbrink is...
he's late. Has he binned it? Oh, he stopped.
Ooh.
How strange. Oh, maybe he's stopping again.
What?
Paul Ilbrink had a problem.
I don't know.
Well, he's got time. He's got time. Oh, is he waiting for the sun to come out, I wonder?
That looked weird.
I would assume he had a technical problem, but unless he was waiting for the sun to come out, because you can see the sun is now bathing the track.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, in the time he has, is it going to make that much difference?
Well, a Sky getting over the track can really, that can be a difference of up to half a second on a lap. But normally you would want the sun not really to be there.
Yeah, we don't want these tires to boil themselves. Wow, Tom, that was close.
That's not something that is really coming into a good time. That will definitely lost him a tenth or two. We have Locatello.
You'll definitely be wanting a strong result this time.
Oh yeah, but let's see. You know, he was a pole last time. Let's see if he doesn't want. If he can do it again.
Well, he's certainly capable of doing it. And you got to think that Paul was fourth. No, he was second last time, wasn't he?
Yeah, Ilbrink was second, and he took the lead into 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely flew through into the lead. There is Alex Bennett looking to capitalise on a very strong finish. He's out of 3 races, out of 2 feature races and 1 sprint race so far. He's got 100% podium rate. Now I've said that he's not going to finish anywhere near the podium. Molstra coming over the line, 29.3. Well, we were seeing 28s last time. Rasmussen, Locatello, nicely done, 29.3.
What you're seeing is also cold tires. So
true.
Locatello
No, it was 28.8 for Locatello, rather. What were we seeing a replay of? Was there an issue for Locatello? Nope, that's just him finishing his lap. So 28.827 for Locatello then. Oh, is that going to get him the pole? As the time lapse now coming in. Martin second, Rasmussen third, Walstra fourth, Connor Ryan up into fifth position. Paul Ilbrink, as we know, has had some issues. There is Dave Martin. Lovely. He'd love to start there, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. That would be one good result. Getting, but Ilbrink hasn't done his lap at the time. Let's see if he can. Just show the other guys where everything needs to be.
How it's done.
Yeah.
He's very much one that he does love to do this, doesn't he? He does love to kind of pull it out of the last. Let's see what he does. Screams down the way. The line is quite a long way down the road.
Yeah, I think it's the red line there now. Oh,
and it's not pole, it's not far off. But once again, it's Locatello on the front with Ilbrink next to him. But it is Dave Martin. Alex Bennett's going to be starting from 17th.
Oh, my
goodness. Dear.
That could be a really, really spicy race, this one, then.
Yeah. Dave Martin, what a great effort for him. Right there in third. There's, again, a strong showing from our debutant Zelenov right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. I also want to throw out for my Dane Rasmussen. P4, he's been strong, out there just at the top of the maybe not the top guys, but just the midfield.
Now our cameraman did apologise to us for not putting the qualifying results on, so we can't go through those right now, but we will, I'm sure, have an amazing race nonetheless. 17 laps this time is what we are going to face.
Or we think it will be 17.
Well, you know more than, certainly.
Well, it can't be, if they are just, have 1 or 2 seconds to go when they cross the finish line.
True.
It will be 18.
That has caught us out before. I've started declaring the finishing results, and they're still going at full crack.
Was that at Sebring? Where we called
it has happened to Sebring,
yeah, and the entire field.
Oh, was it? Yeah,
and we were like,
hang on, why are they still going? Yeah, that's right. It was the three of us, you, me, and James Clay, for GTEs. Thankfully, the positions hadn't changed by the time they came around again, so the results still stood. Right, so once again in the gridding phase, same front row as we had previously.
It's going to be interesting to see if Locatello can get a good start this time and just stop Ilbrink. And
yeah, that's always the primary. It's not necessarily you doing well; it's Paul doing badly that people are hoping on.
But Ilbrink can do bad starts. I remember at Monza, was it last season or the season before, where he started from P1 and after turn 1 he was like P8 or 12 or something like that, and he still came home in P2.
Yeah, he came home on the podium still. Here we go then. So for the sprint race, lights on, engine rise. It is time to wind them up and let them go. And can Locatello? Oh, looks like Locatello and Ilbrink have had a good start. Lots of 3-1s going on further down the field. Come on, Cameron, need you to change. And again, Ilbrink's had a cracking start through into the lead. Locatello must have been like, what can I do to keep this man behind?
Oh, but we have
never mind.
Ryan off in the
It's got to be Connor Ryan. Yeah, it is indeed. The Radicals Online again has had a... Oh, there he goes. I didn't quite see how that happened, but... Yeah, Connor Ryan off on the first corner into the dust. Locatello is locked onto the back of Paul Ilbrink. He doesn't want to let the Dutchman get away. There is Bo Dixon. That's right in the midst of the pack. Oh my goodness, that's one of the tappers trying to make a move. Imre managed to get it through. Oh my goodness, that's James Pinsker, I think, that's gone through. Evans down to 12th now. Oh, wow, lots of changes going on, as you would always expect in the early part. Dave Martin in third position on the back of Locatello. Right behind him is Rasmussen and Wallstra. Nice start. Does look like, with the exception of Connor Ryan having the explore of the gravel trap, looks like everyone has survived. That's Alex Bennett trying to make his way through the field. That is... Who's that? He's coming past
That's
Morris,
Waldo.
I think. Daniel Morris. That was it?
Yeah, that's Waldo. Bennett overtook just Waldo.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Beg your pardon. Yes, Alex Waldo. So, yeah, Alex Bennett on a charge. I mean, you want to charge in the sprint race, you're making
a slow car.
There's Zelenev. Oops! That's someone wondering why. That will be Walder. Van Walder is having it. Oh, this could get very interesting. You've got a slow car in the middle of this lot. Three wide. James Pittscott on the inside. Oh, my goodness me. Kind of close your eyes and hope. That's Zelenev on the outside of that particular shot. Evan Imre right in there. And the other Team Tepper car of Thomas Lagney is doing what he can. Right ahead of them is Dixon and Zelenev. Oh my goodness. And it does look like everybody survived.
How can you keep up with this? I have no idea.
Barely. With great difficulty.
Evan,
but what
Evan is slotting in. But Bennett,
Yeah.
he will say to these guys, just calm down, guys, and just let me pass you.
Oh, Grabowski's had trouble. He's what's happened to? Oh, no!
Ooh. I
has
think
happened
that
to
one
Grabowski?
almost made a roll. That would be
Let's
impressive.
see. That's another incident we've seen at that. So, he did,
Yes.
and on his back for that one. The American, sadly, Grabowski
We'll
having
get a 5
another
for the landing.
artistic, but not quick, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So once again, what a shame. Stephen Grabowski is out of it.
Yeah. Well, he completed the last one.
Oh! Who is that
Did
that's
we have-
gone for a wander?
It's
It's
Waldo.
Gonzalez. Is it? Oh, it is!
Yes, it is.
Yeah, well, that was Alex Bennett that just managed to avoid it. That's Connor Ryan making a recovery. It was Francisco Radagros. Yeah, Gonzalez. Oh, and there it is again.
Did you try and say all his names?
No. No.
It's like, what, 4 names?
Francisco Yavaye Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Oh, and there it is, just missing his braking point. Slams into the back.
That's a
Oh,
rear. I think that's the suspension gone from Waldo.
Yeah.
Or is he gone?
Well, Waldo didn't seem very interested in moving after that.
No.
Oh, right behind Thomas Lagney is Van Walder and Pinska. Very, very close. And Evan Imre still hanging on in there as well. And there's Alex Bennett, our sole comrade racer,
Yeah.
trying to
And
make his way
he's-
through the field.
He has proven to be a bit faster than these guys, and he can be there. But because they are fighting so hard, you just can't get past them, because suddenly you have a car on the inside and on the outside, and you will
Upside
get
down.
hit. Yeah, that's what it's,
Well, that's the thing, isn't it, with the sprint races? You can't just let the laps go down. You can't
No.
just pick your moment. You've got to get on with it.
Yeah, because
So-
suddenly you're getting past. And as we can see, even though that Ryan had a bad start, he has now caught Bennett. Oh, is Bennett going for Imre here? Oh, hitting that curb. That's not a nice thing to do. Oh, that could have ended in a contact. Oh, and he's defending from Ryan here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Connor Ryan. Yeah.
Oh, he's going on the inside here. That's
Nice
a bold
move.
move. That's a bold move. That was opportunistic. And let's see if Bennett, he's just gonna go and get that slipstream. Let's see if he can. No, I think he's a bit
Couldn't
too
pick.
far behind. No, Bennett.
Oh,
of
he's
course.
having a go. He's
Yeah.
committed. Yeah,
And
he
then
should
we'll
be
get
able to
the
complete that
inside
one.
in here, and let's see if he gets leave space. Ryan is just keeping there. Oh, that was a good defense. Oh.
Oops! Who was that? That was
was
facing
Dixon.
the wrong way. Oh, Bo Dixon, indeed. Oh dear, the tail just let go. I think of his own accord. Let's see it again. As he's chasing, I think that's Zelenev. Sorry,
Zelenev.
we'll get it right. Oh yeah, he just got twitchy on the way in. Coming into turn 6. No, turn 9, I think.
Yeah.
He's out. It may well have been.
No, I think it's with the replay. Sometimes it doesn't go back to TV camera, so you just stuck looking
Yeah,
at.
could be. Oh, it just stares at nothing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
very true. Look at this pack here. So that is that's Lagney down to Ryan. So that's 9th to 13th in this particular pack.
9
Alex Bennett.
to 14. What?
Well, we're looking at Alex Bennett. Remember the numbers in the tower won't have updated from those that have moved. So yeah, the numbers in the tower only update once per lap. Oh, that is Van Walder. That is making a move on Zelenev, I think.
No, Lagney.
Possibly.
That's Lagney.
Lagney, beg your pardon. Thomas Lagney trying to make a move on Zelenev, but no. Alexei Zelenev managed to fend off. And that's not an easy thing to fend off a Team Tepper car.
Evan looks racy about there. I was like, ooh, break. As the two
the Tepper guys are going at it again. There's James Pinsker on the inside. Oh, this is a difficult place to make a move. He needs to get it done quick, or this could go horribly wrong before they get to 7 and 8. They've survived it. But all that's really done is just cost them time on Zelenev, but well driven, and now he's under attack from Evan Imre on the inside coming towards turn 8. And there was impact between the two. That sent Pinsker off. Evan Imre. I don't really think Evan did anything wrong there. It was just a bit of a racing incident, but that sent Pinsker. He's gone. There he is. Suspension damage on James Pinsker.
Once again, he has not had the luck this season.
I don't really. That was a. That's on the rear.
That was the same that happened. Him and Walter had that incident at Nürburgring, where he also. It's the same rear suspension failure. Yeah,
rear right. I don't really think either of them. It was just a racing incident, really. I don't think there was anything wrong there.
I don't think so. No, it's just two drivers arguing about the same track.
Wallstra on Rasmussen for 3rd position. Oh no, so it was Martin.
Yeah. Rasmussen is also a bit behind these drivers.
He's behind them. Beg your pardon. Yeah, that's Dave Martin. There he is now in 4th. Who's still a decent position for him in fairness.
And he's
also what we haven't.
He is Ilbrink and Locato, which is
and Locatello is not fallen off the back of Ilbrink at all. The Italian is wanting a strong result here after a disastrous feature race. Here we go, Evan Imre and Alex Bennett again. Oh, he's going to try again. No,
you can't do that on the outside. Well, he
tried last time, but
tried. Yeah.
And Conor Ryan right with them.
Like the commentators are saying you can't, so it should.
So therefore they will. Yeah. So Alex Bennett not able to. I think his podium streak, as I said early on, is that's not Locatello, is it?
No, that's Grabowski.
Grabowski come back out?
He was upside down.
He was upside down, but they are allowed to. You are allowed to return to the track. Just don't get in anyone's way, and he is keeping very much out of everyone's way. So fair play to you. He's doing his best to. That's Wallstra and Martin for 3rd position. The last podium spot. Dave Martin, the Brit, trying to make an outside move. Whoa, he's gone very deep. That's going to compromise his exit.
But he's going to keep the inside here, and let's see if he can keep. Because just keep it here. The next turn will be left, and he will get. The inside, but also keeping that outside and accelerating out of the corner. And
very well driven.
Yeah.
It does look like he's still trying to keep his foot in. Well, he is keeping his foot in it, but no, Martin has to succumb rather to that particular effort. But great defensive driving and great offensive driving from the pair of them. Well played. There behind them is Nicholas Rasmussen, who's wanted to be involved in it and could well be if they keep slowing each other down like that.
He's kind of been the driver in no man's land. He's around 1.5 seconds behind these guys, and then there's 3 seconds down.
3 seconds.
To Beckman. So he's like, can I please play with somebody? Or what
did I do so wrong?
Well, we are in these kind of times with the virus. He will just be continuing.
Yeah, 2 meters apart, gentlemen.
Exactly.
I mean, the car might be that kind of length, but it's not the point. Goodness me, unnecessary contact indeed. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Pinsker. No, that's very unfair because I don't think that was. That's all apportioning blame. This could get interesting. Evan Imre on the back of Thomas Lagney with Alex Bennett. There he goes. Oh no, indeed. I think the Scotsman was quite cautious in there. Well played. Now Alex Bennet's like, where the hell do I go here? Oh, it was a good drive from Evan, but Thomas still on the inside. But Lagney's lost a bit of position, a lot of bit of momentum, and Alex Bennett on the inside, turn 3. Oh, what a move from the Conroy driver! He hasn't managed to complete it yet.
Done it yet? It's not over.
Oh, well driven from Thomas Lagney. And here comes Conor Ryan as well. Oh, that could have gone horribly wrong. We did say, because we said we can't do it, they're going to do it. And oh, thank you, cameraman. Oh, what? So on board with Bennett in a minute, you'll see there is Conor Ryan. Oh no, the cameraman's gone backwards a little bit. Absolutely brilliant effort. He's gone on board with Conor Ryan. He saw the whole thing unfold ahead of him. So on the left is Alex Bennett. On the right is Evan Imre. Oh, is it Thomas Lagney? I've forgotten which it is. And that's how close they were.
He decided to do that from a long way behind.
As Thomas Lagney is the team champion. Oh! Wow! That was so close. Conor Ryan just clipping the curb there and nearly setting himself into the tail of Alex Bennett. That could have gone very badly wrong, but they on they go. Wow! So there's lots of Browns going on at the moment.
If anybody was, thinking about, did these drivers have cojones? Yes, they do.
Oh
that was, oh my goodness! And Bennett is going on the inside.
Alex!
That was a late defense.
It was too late. Oh, and there's a contact between the two. Is that going to send Thomas out? No, he's still going. Oh, it was that kind of contact that sent James Pinsker out, but the other Team Tepper car seems to be made of sturdier stuff and has survived that particular impact. Conor Ryan is wanting to do some of this. Paul Ilbring, our race leader. We've been shouting so much about the midfield. We haven't looked at our leader, and still with Massimo Locatello on his tail. And they're now 3 seconds, or there near enough, between the Sub and Wallstra. Yeah. Wow.
But, again, he has not been able to just go away with this race. Wallstra and... Ryan on
Conor
the
Ryan!
Lagney.
Thomas Lagney, I wonder whether that caused damage, that impact on the rear left wheel, as he's lost a lot. I mean, look where Alex Bennett is in comparison to him. He's losing a fair bit of pace as Conor Ryan's now gone through into 11th spot. That's Gonzalez right behind them.
But then again, losing a fair bit of lap time to Bennett is,
nothing to be ashamed about.
Definitely not. He is a fast driver. But as I was talking about before, Elbring, had Wallstra fighting with him in the first race, and now here we have Locatello, just saying, guys, I'm also in this fight, and Elbring needs to be thinking about, I have some guys here who has real pace. If I make a mistake, this could get very, very wrong for me this season.
Indeed. Locatello, from not finishing last time out, is in real strong position for a decent haul of points.
Definitely.
If Paul makes a mistake, it could well be. I mean, what a way to make a statement of authority. He's been on. He was second last time in the feature race, so he has seen the podium. He might see the top step if he's able to hustle Paul Ilbring into a mistake, which is very, very hard to do.
It's not something you just do, no.
No, you do not just walk into Mordor. You do not just force Paul Ilbring into a mistake. No. But
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, he's right there to do it. And Paul Ilbring has not been, in 10 laps, he's not been able to shake the Italian off his tail.
No, and Locatello with, had he not had that argument with Wallstra last time, he would have had a podium there as well.
Yeah.
So,
now, again, Paul was nailing himself very definitively to that defensive line. Locatello was like, you carry on. I'm just sitting in your slipstream. I'm not interested in it right now. I will be.
Oh, yeah. Just, just keep the presence there, and say, hello. And, be there and just make sure that if he makes a mistake, I will be there to take that position. Ooh, not hitting the grass in there. That's not a nice feeling.
Yeah, you don't want to be making your life even more difficult, Massimo. That's Evan. He's got that's Bennett right with him. So again, Evan inside the top 10 with a charging Alex Bennett. right with him.
I think if you want to see, if Evan have anything standing on the rear of his car, you should ask Bennett if what it says, because he's been there for the entire race now.
That's
They
true.
have overtaken other cars, but I thought he was looking for it there. Bennett is definitely a bit faster here.
Evan looked like he got a bit squiggly there a few turns ago, but Alex, oh goodness me, no. I know you're keen to get through the field, but come on, be a bit more sensible than that as I come through 10 and 11.
Cars, not through the cars.
Through them.
So you got Waltz and Martin fighting behind as well. They're just battles. I think
everywhere.
This is a question of when and not if.
Yeah, surely has got to be now,
Yeah.
as Alex is committed to that inside line. Evan is not giving up on it,
No.
and there he goes. Evans, he's too experienced to know to do something silly, like try and shut the door when there's someone in it.
Yeah.
He knows full well what he's doing.
I
thought that was a spin then. Caught me out.
You were not alone in that one. I was like, who was that?
I was like, oh my god, that's gone horribly wrong.
He hasn't defended his position. He's just been driving, and he hasn't, just given space. You're gonna work for it, Bennett, if you're gonna pass, but I'm not gonna go out of my way, and that's a sensible thing to do, because you also need at the end of the day to get those points, and you don't do it by fighting faster guys, because sometimes they don't always know when to brake.
They'll take you with them, whether you like it or not.
They will go through you and not around you. That's talking from experience.
You have been in the driver's seat once or twice.
I do have, I have. But I have also been, I was known for being difficult to overtake. I know in the AMs they called at some of the last seasons they called getting stuck behind me being dominoed.
No, really?
Yeah. I had these two are just fighting really close. I had
so close.
Victor Matias at the Spa one year. I had him behind me from lap 3 until the last lap.
Oh, Connor has nailed Evan whilst you were talking about. And he's had a lag moment. Oh, that's so terrifying. That must be exceedingly terrifying as the chasing driver.
That is probably one of the most terrifying things you can experience. And let me say, around here, it's terrifying. We had...
Whoa, Paul! Paul got really squiggly there.
He's pushing. We had that at Bathurst. In a slower car.
Bathurst.
That was we were trying to overtake. That was...
Bathurst is hellishly hard for that.
And try and get, on top in a GT3 and racing against a Cup car. And suddenly the Cup car disappears on top of the hill. And you're like, where is
he? Yeah. Well, that is one of the downsides of sim racing is these lag moments do happen.
We do have internet.
So, was there 5 laps to go? I think are we going on to 14 yet?
I don't think. I think before the race is done, I think we will see Locatello give this a go. I think at the moment he might.
I think you're right.
Biding his time and see when Elbring is making a mistake.
And he's seen Paul get a bit squiggly a few times. I'm sure so has Massimo, but Beckman, another battle going on. There's battles everywhere. Not that we mind at all. So Frederick Beckman and Alexei Zelenev are having a great scrap for 6th position. The newcomer on the back of the Swede.
Always good to see new drivers getting in there and be competitive against other drivers. It's
absolutely
more the merrier.
We welcome one and all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we welcome one and all. Well, there are entry requirements, yes, but we welcome anybody to try their hand at it.
Definitely.
But it's like you say, Nick, it is great to see when the newcomers hit the ground running.
Yeah, and it's just getting in here and just there's always somebody to fight with, and you find who your rival is when you drive around.
Yeah.
That guy. I don't want to lose to that guy. I can lose to the others, but I don't want to lose to that guy. And these are the things.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely, you do. You have like an unofficial rivalry in your head.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I do. I've done
Yeah.
exactly that. The few times I've raced, you have someone that you soon realise is on a similar level to you, and that's who you pit yourself against, and you're annoyed if you lose to them.
And then you also have drivers that just have your numbers. In the championship, I was faster than Mr. Kamke for quite a while, and he's gotten a bit faster and faster. But he is Mr. Consistency. I have never beaten him in the championship. Which is...
Oh, Paul!
Oh my goodness.
That was very wide, but here's Alex Bennett on the back of Van Walder. So that's for 8th position. Can he do it? Oh, he's determined to. He wants to make the move there. I know you're challenging us. Don't. It won't go well for you, Alex. Surely not. Oh, it's got him. Oh, look at that. It's got him. Paul's made a mistake somewhere.
Goodness.
Well.
Wow.
And there it is. You just saw it as the replay kicked in. So what on earth did he do?
Oh, he's just...
Oh, he's a 1-2 wide and a half spin. Oh, Locatello, how did you not hit him?
There's,
wow.
There's black tires and then there's a brown line as well. You want to know the gauge for code brown. That was it. Massimo Locatello slamming on these brakes to not slam into the side of the Radicals Online. And look who is getting closer now as well. Walter.
There's Walter.
Martin as well. And Rasmussen.
Yep.
That could
be
quite a close battle. And Bennett. Ooh. Ryan is looking racy here.
Yeah. Connor Ryan getting very, very close to the Comrade Gaming car of Alex Bennett. Can't do anything at the moment though. They've only got 2 laps to go. So Locatello from crashing out of the feature race. Could he take his maiden win in this season? His maiden season.
Yeah. In
this league.
2.
In the second round, indeed. And he was, like I say, I said it earlier, he has to... Oh, 7! Oh, no! Oh, no, that's...
Oh, my goodness, that's...
Well, I mean, and then he's just gotten his car off the racing line, so fair play. Well, I mean, if you're going to crash, do it properly.
Yeah. I will, it looked amazing.
Oh, what a shame for Evan.
Yeah. That was a case of, a different part of your car doing a different lap time. Oh, we had some car going slow there.
That was one of the Tepper cars. Oh, no. Well, unless James Pinsker's come out.
Determined to finish.
Alex hasn't gained a position, so...
Yeah.
Well, so it must be, because the other one's Lagney, so... Lagney's already behind this battle, so... so that must be Pinsker that's come out for a few laps. Well, he hasn't got many to do.
Bennett must be kicking himself a bit, if he wants to do a championship run this season, because he has the pace to do it. He needs to get his qualifying straight. As we have.
That's someone else coming out of the pits.
Rodriguez.
You just want to torment me.
I know, because
I can't roll. For those unsure, I can't roll my R's properly in that same sense. So Mr. Domino has something to torment me with, as well as threatening to take away the coding behind the hide all button in the other.
Because
that's the other thing he loves to tease me.
I don't take away the hide all button. I just take away a red big button that doesn't do anything.
What it does, This three-way battle there for 8th position.
There's not enough space there to be,
Well, they.
3 drivers that close. That is
close. That's what Van Walder's got to deal with. Oh, goodness me. That is not what I would want in my rearview mirror whatsoever.
Not.
Checker flag is out. Oh, Van Walder's wide. Can Alex Bennett nail? Can he get through? No. Van Walder manages to get the traction just when he needs it. The fend of Alex Bennett. He's given the racing room, though. And the win does indeed go to the Italian of Massimo Locatello. He does hold on to that. Paul Ilbrink will be kicking himself for that one. Coming home as second. Wallstra third. Dave Martin fourth. Nick Rasmussen 5. Where's the battle we were just watching? There it is. Oh my goodness me. Zanonova's in there as well. Oh, side by sides are coming to the line. Who is just going to edge out his Van Walder. Just manages to hold on to 8th position. Alex Bennett 9 by the merest. That's James Pinsker 2. That's Pinsker doing that's Pinsker doing Tepper things. Just throwing his car into the dust. Oh my goodness, what an incredible finish. But what a race for Locatello. Nicely done in the no-nonsense racing team, taking his first win. It's such a shame we can't do driver interviews.
Yeah, that would have been amazing.
This week. I would have loved to have spoken to him.
Yeah, definitely, me too. But also, Elbring, this is the first race this season with a different winner.
It is. So, Locatello taking the top spot, Elbring 2. Then it is Wallstra, Martin, Rasmussen, Beckman, Zelenev. Great effort for him after a less than successful feature race. Actually, looking at the result, he was... he did crash out of the feature race. Then Van Walder got just about fending off. Just looking at the gap, that was 0.04 of a second between Van Walder and Bennett. Then Conor Ryan rounding out the top 10. Then in the tail end of the field, Morris, Rodriguez, Imre. Those that didn't see the checkered flag were Imre, Grabowski. Well, Pinsker did see the checkered flag, just some number of laps down. Then Bo Dixon and Alexander Waldo. Wow, what a race. That is absolutely brilliant.
That was amazing. That was, hard fighting, and we saw a new winner, and oh my goodness me, this track was amazing. When we get to these newer tracks, sometimes we just find these hidden gems around.
Very, very true. And that is going to be it for this evening. Thank you very much for those that have been with us throughout the race. We do apologise. This one wasn't live, but we will return to business as usual from next week onwards. Thank you very much to our drivers for putting on, I think it's fair to say, an incredible show. Thank you very much, Mr. Domino, for tolerating me in the commentary box and keeping me on the straight and narrow. It was a very difficult task, and you did it very amiably. Thank you kindly, sir.
Well, thank you. And I do my best. I try my best to keep you straight, and I will also say, thank you to our big camera guy, who made quite a big job here in getting this work.
It's not an easy job to do, but he did a fantastic job providing the footage for us to commentate over. Thank you very much to our sponsors. Without you guys, AOR would not continue to grow. And we will be back next week, same time for round number 3. But there's plenty of racing going on in between then and now. And we will be back for that. Until then, thank you very much and good night.